Hello everyone, Daniel here from the Next Issue Podcast. On today's video, I'll be doing a review for the oddly pedestrian life of Christopher Chaos number 8. This is a new book from Dark Horse Comics. Let's talk about the creative team before we get into this book. This book is written by Tate Brombal with art by Sully, colors by Patricio, Delpeche, and letters by Aditya, Bidikar, based on an idea by James Tynion IV. As you remember, this is a two-part story about Adam Frankenstein, who we've been following. So, in the final chapter of this special two-parter, where Adam takes the reader through the horrors and tragedies of his early life and the beginning of the end of his first family and home. As the conflict happens here, there's a few allusions to Christopher in the art. I think definitely a very calculated, after the reveals of the last episode or the last issue, everything kind of comes to a foot. And I do appreciate the device of like telling the story via Frankenstein or Adam, typing out kind of a sort of a memoir, right? Kind of bringing us back into that world. Adam is probably one of the more interesting characters in the book. I can fully understand why you would want to do a two-parter on just his backstory. I think we should definitely look to see a little bit more of information. But since Adam is the last kind of member of the group to come in, there was not as much time, I feel, to bring out his backstory. And obviously, as Frankenstein, a classic character from literature, this is a great chance to kind of twist and turn that mythology, which I think it's very, very fun. Let's take a look at some of the preview art here. And Sully is a fantastic artist. I've read some of her other stuff, including the work at Dynamite for Maleficent. So I was very excited when she was announced for this two-parter. Her work is very dynamic. As you can see, it can get very gruesome, as you can see from this middle page. And I love, as I mentioned before, just these little touches of like, you see the red eyes, which are very reminiscent of Christopher's goggles. So obviously, like I said, that's probably very much what the artist was going for, right? I'm pretty sure this is all specifically to kind of tie back into the story. And you can see there's some pretty gruesome stuff that happens. Adam sometimes doesn't know his own strength. He's really not been in many positions where this blind rage just kind of takes over him. But I love the expressions in his face, as simple as they are, like just very simple lines, right? You go from this really gruff and blinded rage face to the expression of like, oh man, I fucked up. And then, like I said, blood everywhere. You kind of get to see this all around. Really, really interesting stuff. Beautiful cover as well. So I'm very excited about this book. I've been reading it and been doing reviews for it since the beginning. So I'm kind of glad I'm finally able to catch up with this issue, because this came out the week prior to the release of this video. So yeah, stay tuned. We'll definitely be covering Christopher Chaos more. If you're reading Christopher Chaos, let me know what you thought about the other issues, this issue specifically. As always, thank you for watching, everyone. Remember to share, like, subscribe, hit the bell so you know when we go live. That is most Saturdays, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Stay tuned. We have more comic reviews, trailer reactions, TV recaps, all that fun stuff in the channel. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye-bye.